What's going on, everyone? Today, I'll be coming at you with my top 10 best decks of December 2025. If you like this type of content, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below any questions or thoughts, and I'll be happy to answer them. Short story, when I was a kid, I used to love content like this. I used to look forward to like all the boomer Yugi tubers, as you would call them, like these top 10 best decks, and I kind of wanted to bring it back a little bit, seeing as my channel is more of a good vibes type of channel. Yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, these are my top 10 best decks, and I am going to start off with number 10. Number 10 is Lunalight. So I have a couple pros and cons on each deck. First, the pros, good against board breakers. Like if you set up the Liger Dancers, board breakers just do nothing. So unless it's like a kaiju, but yeah, for the most part, board breakers don't hurt this deck. Giving draws under Fua likely does not matter against the deck you're playing against. If they drop Fua or double Fua on you or whatever chummy, you could just give them 10 draws, and if you end on 2 Liger Dancer or more, you're just going to win the game most likely. They're just not outing it. So, and it has like a Towers feel, kind of like when Clifford was a deck, Pocket Towers. The cons is Droll can hurt the deck a lot. You might not be able to combo through it. Sometimes you can, depending on your hand. Not enough non-engine spots, in my opinion. I think it plays like anywhere from 12, and then my buddy Dalen, he played 15. I don't know if that's pushing it or not, but that might hurt the consistency. And it can brick, because it does play, I don't know how many like starters it plays, but I don't think it's any more than 9 1-card starters, and then like you got some 2-card starters in there. So it could have some consistency issues. So we'll move on to number 9, and number 9 is Gem Knight. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? Like I said, this is my top 10 best decks of December. So the pros, you got solid OTKs. Master Diamond Dispersion is a crazy card, in my opinion. Summoning 3 monsters from the extra deck, just like boom, here you go. And they all have like little effects, that's awesome. And then Dollar Store Tenpai. I mean, if Tenpai was still, if it wasn't hit that hard, it'd still be in the top 10, right? So Dollar Store Tenpai, I mean, yeah, still good. Cons, allowing decks to go first in Yu-Gi-Oh is generally not my type of my type of thing. I mean, it works for some people. I got top 4 at Nationals this year, so it does work. It's just not for me, but that's why I have it as a con. It's like weak boards if you don't ODK, so if you do not game them, you're not putting up much interruption. For the following turn. And Imperm on Neprum or Valor on Neprum, it is really tough. So, those are my cons. And then we have Automat Ryziel as number 8. The pros is it can main deck Malcharmies. Why I say this is because things like 7 Tachyon or 7 Ascension or being able to normal the hand trap or discarding it off Automata Para, because you can discard the chummies off Automata Para. You can normal summon like their level 4s. So you can absolutely main deck like 6 chummies if you want. So that's cool. Full half boards are solid. You can give them like 2 draws and end on like quite a lot. Like a lot. And Detonator is just a crazy card. Some cons. It plays a lot of bricks, so there's going to be awkward hands. Not saying that you can't play, but there is going to be awkward hands. And Perulia is tough to play into, for sure. So number 7, we have Pure Mitsurugi. The pros, hand traps are not great into this deck. Obviously, sometimes they are like impulse on the ritual spell can hurt, but they have so many extenders past that, like pre-prep and mirror and things like that. A big pro of this deck is there's just no weak matchups. Like I don't see a matchup where you're just like, ooh, I can't play against that deck. Like Banishing doesn't hurt this deck that much. You can still play into Banishing type decks. You can still play into like Floodgates very well. Yeah, it just does the same thing very well every time. So minimum of 18 non-engine spots is insane for a deck like this. It's like Control-esque, maybe more like a mid-range deck. Yeah, very, very strong deck for sure. Cons, it does end on like a weaker board compared to like other decks in the list. And board breakers are really good against it. Like things like Dark Rulers or Droplet. if they main deck, they can be main decking the Mitsurugi or not counter trap, negate trap, which can make things tricky into board breakers. But if they don't, then yeah, the board can be kind of weak to board breakers. So coming in at number 6, we have Pure Yummy. Excuse me. Pros is it's super consistent. It's probably the most consistent deck on this list. It plays 18 plus non-engine just like the Pure Mitsu deck did, which is like something I find like very valuable in playing decks. 18 plus non-engine is like super important to me. And it has all the tools to be a good deck. And what I mean by that is like it just has like 18 one-card starters, and then you got like your 18 hand traps, and then you got your 4 like bricks or engine requirements. It's just like a really well put together deck, and it just has all the tools to be a good deck. It has like a toolbox, the extra deck. Yeah, I'm not going to ramble on too much about it. Cons, it is also weak to board breakers, like Super Poly or Dark Ruler. Some people are mitigating that by playing the, I believe it's called Silhouette Rabbit, and then that continuous trap to kind of negate Dark Rulers and things like that. So you can do that to mitigate that too. Tough Draco Tail matchup, and spoiler, yes, you will probably see it here on this list, but it is tough in a Draco Tail. Like just engine into that deck. If they can like find a way to deal with Herald of Arclight, it's just like almost unwinnable for the Pure Yummy deck. And then end boards feel breakable. Like it feels like if you put like a heavy engine deck, something like say Onomot Ryziel, for instance, can like open no non-engine and then just like break the board. Yeah, so that's why I have that at number 6. Number 5, my deck, Crystron Canine. God, I love this deck. I hope I can play this deck forever if I could. So the pros, it has an unbreakable board. If you combo, in my opinion, you shouldn't be losing. Another pro is Joko plus Salvador is just game. Like if you open that combo, especially going first, it's just so hard for your opponent to deal with that. It just beats like almost every hand trap. And then another pro is brick hands can still combo. Like your bricky pieces and your engine requirements are like ways to play. And if you like mush them together, like put them together, like 2 of them, you can like make the full combo, or maybe even 3 of them rather. But yeah, cons can be tough going second. You do have like some issues going second sometimes. One of those issues being Yummy Cookie Synchro. Yeah, that card double Book of Moon on Joko plus Solve or Joko plus anything, or normal summon Noroi, summon out Joko. Like double Book of Moon against this deck is tough. Not only because you lose like your body access, but you lose like space. So yeah. And then lastly, like having like if they end their turn, let's say like set 3 and 1 or less cards in hand, yeah, you can't really normal summon your Noroi, or like say if you need to normal summon another K9 monster, you can't be normal summoning them anymore, so it makes it a little more difficult to play into the board going second, or into the half board rather going second. So yeah, that's why I have it at number 5. Number 4, my least favorite of all the decks, Malice. Yeah, I am super sick of this deck, but anyways, the pros, it has another unbreakable board. If it full combos, you should not be losing, or they should not be losing rather. Has a lot of non-engine, including the most important one, Dominus Impulse. And I didn't include that in the Pure Mitsu, which I should, because sometimes I like to play Fiendsmith in the Pure Mitsu deck. But yeah, Dominus Impulse is the craziest hand trap ever. That is, I think personally, it's the best hand trap in the game, aside from Fua. But Fua can get hit with things like Ash. So, but Dominus Impulse is just like it's like the least suspected hand trap against you, and it's just very, very strong. So yeah, being able to play that card is crazy. And another pro is Lancia being out of people's side decks. Like if people are siding Lancia, it's just like too good against this deck, and that will move me on to the cons. If they play Lancia, that could be tough. Simple as that. Games 2 and 3 can be a nightmare for you. You could just like win game 1. Game 1 is crazy, but you could just lose straight up to every game 2 and 3 if they open Lancia. And also sometimes it can brick. Like it doesn't play a lot of 1-card starters. I think it plays like, I want to say 6. You got your 2 field spell, your 1 gold stark, your 1 Dormouse, your terraforming, and I can't think of any other ones. But yeah, I mean, it plays like it's like a 2-card combo deck. I'm aware of that, but it has like consistency issues sometimes. So yeah. So coming in at number 3, we got Dracotail. Dracotail is it's just like a very well-rounded deck. It's the most consistent deck in my opinion. I think this deck is just all around, like it's just like all around good going first, good going second. Like it just feels like it's just like really well put together. The non-engine is limitless. What I mean by that is the deck can be built in multiple different ways. You could build it with like the branded engine, which is like giving it a stronger engine and a stronger push, but less hand traps or less non-engine. But if you build it in more of like a pure version, you can play like 22 hand traps, like straight up. Yes, the engine will still do the same thing every time. It's still super consistent, but its pushes and its ceiling is lower. But yeah, that's why I think this deck is strong. The cons, the end board can be broken. Like if you full combo, it's kind of like the Pure Mitsu where you can just full combo and I can break it with the Pure Yummy even. You can just full combo and I can break through the engine sometimes. Usually not, but it's possible. It's weakened to Azuna or Halisu. Like turn 0 plays are like extra good against this deck. Yeah, I mean like being able to Azuna dump Lupus and then Lupus summon out, bring out like an untargetable Xyz monster is like so strong against this deck. Like they have a tough time with that. And then Halisu into Raisin into popping something and searching something and being able to steal and like yeah, like just turn 0 plays against this deck are very very good. And then post side there's things like D-Fissure. Which like banishing against this deck is like insane, like retaliating C, things like that, shifter if you draw it. So yeah, so the cons. Coming in at number 2, we got Vanquish Soul Canine. Yeah, I really like this deck. I think this deck is super cool that it like came back into the meta after everyone like kind of threw it away after the ban list. But my pros, it's the best pick for Dracotail, as I said, which was the most represented deck at one time, but now this is kind of just taking over a little bit. The turn 0 plays are crazy in this deck. Like if you open the right pieces, the turn 0 plays are just nuts. Like it feels like you, as the opponent, like playing against the deck, it feels like you just can't win. Like if they drop Halisu into Raisin into popping your card and Raisin searches, and then you got Azuna make a Lupus, and like they're starting their turn with like 6 cards in hand and board presence already. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot. It feels like they just get so much advantage. And like I have here snowball type engine, and that's what I mean. Like they just snowball. Like once they start playing, like especially the Vanquish Soul side of the engine, if they start like playing, they just like add back and summon out and research and like pop and do this, and then they do it every turn and they tag out. And yeah, it's like I kind of like back in the day when you played against something like what the hell's that deck? The trap deck. Oh my god. Multi-faker, things like that. I forget the name of it. Altergeist. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's kind of like Altergeist where they snowball out of control and stuff like that. The cons, matching attributes can be inconsistent. You obviously can build your deck to mitigate that. Obviously, that's what the pros do. All the good players do. You play the proper attributes so that your deck works better. But yeah, matching attributes can be a little weird sometimes. Murakumo board presence is a con because making you discard after you use everything, like every turn, and like board wiping is also tough. Yeah, but making you discard every turn, if Murakumo sticks, you're just going to lose. And Perulia. Perulia is a pretty solid card against this deck. Post side. And yes, you've guessed it. Number 1, Mitsu Yummy. Surprise. No pun intended. The pros, it has the highest ceiling, and it has an unbreakable board. If they combo, they win. It has the highest ceiling out of all the other decks I've mentioned. It has no true weakness. If one engine is weak to something, the other engine saves you. If the other engine is weak to something, the original engine saves you. Yeah, like it's just super, super strong. Clearly the best deck of the format. Both engines bridge into each other, which makes it so consistent. Like decks that can bridge into each other and you're playing like different engines is just insane. Like that's why Crystron Canine, I think, is because I think both engines can bridge into each other. If you open a Crystron 2-card combo, it bridges into Canine. But these both decks, 1-card combo, both bridge into each other. Incredible. Nuts. Cons, plays a lot of bricks. The winner of the last YCS, Merida, I can't pronounce it, sorry. They played 45 cards with like a bunch of bricks in their deck. I'm not a fan of things like that, but he's the winner. So, I mean, he had to be doing something right. But yeah, they plays a lot of bricks. I not much to say about that. Azuna into Tiras can be devastating. So with all the K9 decks running around, if you're able to resolve Azuna into Lupus into an Xyz, and they make Tiras I think it's the Keeper of Boundaries or something like that. I could be wrong. He can in the battle phase. Like you go to your turn, it can't be targeted, so you can't be destroyed by card effects. Can't be targeted. You go to your turn, you attack into the Herald, and then in the battle phase you have a chance to pop their negate trap. And if they negate the Tiras effect, that's fine. You burned it, and then it doesn't get destroyed anyway. So now you just go main phase 2, make Zeus, and then like the board's wiped, the whole board's gone, and you can just win from there. Just one card. So yeah, that's a big con. And then the last con is it has the biggest target on its shoulder. Everybody's prepared for it. If they're gonna go to a tournament, you're thinking, gotta build my deck for Mitsuyami. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, please let me know because I love these. I could do these like maybe once a month, something like that. Maybe once every 3 months. I don't know yet. But yeah, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Goody signing off. Later.